He's going to try and hold the headshot, then it's trickling in. One found, but the refrag comes through from TMB. Julies. Cressy, let's have a look at this. Right under his nose. Smoke between himself and his opponents. This is going to be tough.
Yeah, he's looking for an angle around the smoke, but it's at the expense of Favin, who's lost quite a bit of HP, but Cressy eventually gets picked up. Slacks and Favin now 2 versus 4, and Slacks has already had his head chipped to shreds. Still alive and kicking, though. And they choose to start to back off. Slacks wants to hold on to that Kevlar. Favin feeling pretty happy about the CZ75 he's managed to keep his hands on. But they will be hunted very soon. The dualies come out, and the dualies will wreck. TMB very quickly disposes of him. Slacks. I mean, there's no way he keeps his armor there. Absolutely no way.
Denied completely.
Instead, chooses to retreat because there's an additional player in Graveyard and one in the bomb site, so this is working to Sprout's favor. Favin finds the first frag, even the second with a quick headshot, and TMB will respond, but is it in time? 20 seconds on the clock. Cressy with 2 quick kills. Waro finds the quick skill, but he has to find 2, and there's only 15 seconds, and 11 HP is not the best of his friends.
Oh, they were doing so good, but now... Madline. Oh, why thank you, man.
You're welcome.
Your hair's pretty good as well. I mean, Speedy with aggressiveness though. He doesn't care about hair. TMB, only finds a trade as Favin. He's good for another one. Trade coming through. Keen to find another one, but no, Favin just keeps on spraying one by one and now has a lot of ground gain onto Banana. Smoke thrown out, also can't quite spot him out. But the bomb is on the backlines. At the numbers disadvantage, Mad Lions have a tough work to deal with right now because Sprout looks like they've got the better hand on all of the sites. Favin is the only player holding down the lead site. If they do find the kill, that's free access onto it right there, right then. But he falls back, that's intelligent. Maybe he waits for a secondary teammate to come through, and that's exactly what Slacks is going to do. Reinforcements 2 versus 2, wherever their Mad Lions choose to go. It looks like it might be B.
And he's holding the crack in the smoke. Could catch Saucel off guard, but he eventually starts to back off because the smoke is fading. Saucel was wise to these tricks and even went for the pre-fire, and with only 35 seconds on the clock, the Molotovs being lined up. 2v4, they're about to burst onto B, but they've got 2 waiting on the other end as well.
Trickling in, smoke flashes everything. Favin, right behind of the smoke. That may allow access to the Mad Lions to the B site. Slacks will try for the no-scope. That shows away his position, shows away his angle. Smoke will fade out, and that may be dreadful for Favin. Down to 2 HP, still survives. The Slacks will go for the peak, more healthy. Will try and go first with the AK-47, withstand more damage. But the bomb is ticking. Numbers advantage, they'll go for it. Flash thrown out, more flashes at hand, still to go for. JL with a lineup finds one. They need to be fast. Saucel finds one, down to a 2v2. Favin is still low, and Saucel will look for the damage, won't be able to do anything. Favin and Dennis close it out, and they've got plenty of time till they get the fuse down.
It almost looked like they would get that 2 versus 4 clutch, but Favin was able to immediately recuperate that missed shot and side.
Yeah, Speedy does hold down the line with the AG scope. Sin, not quite able to find the frag. Keen is able to find that. Slacks with the AWP, though. Things are getting tough. Down to 4v4. Things equalize in numbers. Dennis finds a headshot. Will he find the follow-up, though? Still players on site to help him out if he needs to. Finds 2, maybe the third. No, Waro will punish up on that 2 versus 3 with 20 seconds remaining in the clock. Cressy looks behind. Quite in time as well. Solo player onto the A site, holding it down. No problem whatsoever. Waro trying a different angle right now. Cressy, not quite sure if he knows of this. Now he does, but he's in the middle. Nothing he can do. Finds a shot, and that's just how it works out. Sprout with a gap, though. Has to be careful. TMB coming up through ruins. It'll be a tough task. 3v3. Sprout seems they want to go for it. 4 HP onto 2 MB, somehow still standing, not for long. AWP is going to have to be the shot, but 5 HP onto Slacks will mean this will be fairly dangerous for him. Needs to be careful. Waro with the lineup will be able to find the shot. No, he won't. Cressy finds that one. JR with a trade through, but that is Sprout winning the retake. A very beautiful one as well. Take the bomb, defuse it, and take this round home.
Good decision from Sprout to immediately go for
themselves a 7th on their own map pick. That'll be a good prospect on the T side. Cressy with the lineup, but it's going to get traded through fairly soon as well. Maybe go towards long. Smoked up for the time being, but they're sticking around it as well. Slacks holding it down with an AWP. Dennis with an orthodox angle is able to spot out one, going for the boost, caught off guard. Finds a second one with 2. But Slacks right now holding down the other side. It's all up to TMB. Wherever Mad Lions went long, But the util is being thrown out. Last piece is it as well. Warrow will try and find some shots. Not going to be the headshots. No kill found just yet. Peeks out wide. Not going to help out with multiple players holding down that angle. But Sorcerer all by himself on site. What can you do? You need madness. Rotations coming in. But they can block them through, right? JL, he's in trouble. So many players. But finds a headshot. They haven't yet gotten the bomb down. And Sorcerer still being a menace. Finds two before he even goes down. That's insane. But now Speedy and Fav need to make it work. Speedy, what a headshot onto Keen. Brings it down to a 2v2 win. This could be doable. Look at the wraparound. Fav able to find one. JL finding the other onto the other side, but now it's down to a 1v1.
JL with 2 kills apiece. Favin, 1 kill on him. The range definitely favoring the CT-sided player. Also, the bomb and the timer. It would be a miracle for Favin to find it, but JL is playing this very conservatively. He's allowing the Glock to get into a much more favorable range. JL's missed a few shots.
Seemed for a second they maybe want to go for something explosive, but Sorcerer, he's waiting for that HE grenade to be thrown. Flash thrown out. We'll draw out of it. Oh, peeks out. I think he knows. Elbow peek. They definitely know. HE grenade will do a little bit of damage. Smoke to be drawn as well. Flash, they are going to trickle in. Sorcerer needs to hold us down. He's able to find it, even though he's completely blind. JL helps out from afar. Library position 4 and Keen from sight as well. Chiming in as well. Speedy, not much he can do. He's only able to find one.
Laying the offense won't really be very difficult. Favin burning up to a crisp 19 points of health, as if he's been hit in the leg with an AWP. But they will be able to find Keen in exchange. TMB also down to the last few breaths that are escaping his body.
War of AWPs from the get-go. Cross banana. That's kind of how it seemed like there. Just feels like Mad Lions' lineup just feels that much more stronger. AWP shot, flashed completely, but finds a frag. Not too bad. 4 on 4 now.
Love that attention to detail from Warrow. He peeks into it as soon as he gets flashed, and because he's ready for what's coming, he knows that that must be a flash beacon. Somebody's going to be scoping down to try to open up banana. But Sprout is starting to respond. Mad Lions losing their grip, and Dennis has found one with a nade. This makes things a lot harder.
Yeah, it does. But Dennis gets caught off guard once more. A-site still under control for the Mad Lions side. Whoa, he doesn't know that Cress is there and waiting. Oh, the timing could be everything here. And it works out for Cressy. Sneaking behind their own spawn line, and JL will try and find him once more. Hiding through, checking through library. That's not where he is. And that's work. He's based on the fact that they can get a good push through apartments right now to find the frags.
Oh no, Keen, he's left the spray, he's abandoned it, he's switched over to the wrong target before Dennis has fallen, and that means Dennis is able to get away with 2 kills that he simply should not have had. 5 on 3, Mad Lions at the cusp of death. They're about to drop out of this map unless they can pull something out of the bag. Saucel playing the position where he's just seen a teammate fall. Dennis peeking out once more. His shoulder's been spotted. Saucel now knows that there has to be a peek anytime soon. He's peeked out wide, punishes Dennis, starts to back off. This is still doable, but the push is coming in.
He definitely needs more frags than that. He's on his own on the site. He's the sole line of defense here onto the A site. Multiple players going to trickle in. 3, in fact. Mad Lions will try and retake this. Will try and come as fast as possible. But it's all up to Saucel here. The lineup, he didn't find 2. All up to Speedy right now, and 22 HP remaining. Saucel, he did his job. 4 kills found and damage onto Speedy. It's all up to JL and TMB. Flash thrown. HG doesn't finish off the job. Behind the bomb. Looks for the headshot. It's vital he finds it. Will goes for the short swing. They line up! No way! Okay, what a way to finish off the map. Speedy with...
Mad Lions have a player situated very aggressively. War is going to be playing close to vents. He can get additional assistance from JL, but eventually he will go down. JL coming in from the top. He's found 3 already. He's making it work, and he's making himself look stylish, except that last bit, but they do have the advantage now. Keen and Tudson trying to go for this 2v3. Bring it down to 2. Spamming through the smoke. It doesn't work out too well. Keen now against 2. They're already in. Keen is waiting on the pixel angle to spot them out and back off. Smoke is deployed, can go back to the safety of it. He will eventually sing out, and he's able to pick up 2 on his way out. Cressy eventually capitalizes, but to what avail, at what cost? Also at the cost of his own life. Tudson eventually picks him up.
With Speedy all by himself in a 1v4. He's feeling lonely, also lonely. But like you said earlier, man, the fact that Mad Lions are doing a lot better so far, the pistol round would have been a lesser win than their previous one. Puts them up a little bit ahead, catapults them to that third. I don't see a world where Speedy actually brings this back and finds the win. But he might be capable in finding a little bit of damage, some extra frags, doing damage to their opponent's economy. In fact, he does find
health, and that additional nade going the way of Silo will further damage the T side health.
Solid nade so far here for Sprout. Well, for Mad Lions, inflicted onto Sprout, could do further damage with that one. Favin only takes 1 point of health. Diminished from himself, but look at the lineup there. TMB up against the smoke, up against the wall. Could be a menace, but the fact that Sprout going out outside, that's not really going to matter. But they do push through, gain so much information, but at the same time, causing a lot of commotion. Blacks could hit them out, could try and find the kill as they do rotate up around. But Keen, he's expecting this. No one on that A main area, that is going to call the alarm bells. That's going to call out for trouble because they're going to start pushing towards the B site. Still, going from outside either way, they know that something like that is going on, but a couple of players have already crossed through. This could be kind of trouble here for Waro.
Oh, I love this from Waro. He's held on to his horses, finds the kill on Cressy, and that makes it significantly harder for Sprout to move on. With a flashbang, they might get through main. But Hudson, he's on the case, watching it with the AUG. Jay already pushed up close, so these are additional angles that they're definitely not ready for. Tudson's allowed them to creep forward, and this is where he goes around for the swing. Slacks does pick him up through the molly, through the fire. JL will...
Through with the flashes, they might be able to find some frags. Tudson from an unorthodox angle is able to find two, make that two, make that three. Waro chimes in with a collateral, and that's them disappearing from existence, out of the server, destroyed. Cressy in on his own, but not for long, because TMB, nice little frag at the start, going a little bit aggressive, opening things up for the Mad Lions side of things, but Sprout with aggressiveness from that side will be able to cross through with the smoke down. Waro is able to find a nice little frag through it. Finding Dennis, falls back though. TMB needs to hold it down. Needs it as well. Sprout can't really push through that one, although Speedy falls down to 20 HP. Now their entrance looks a little bit rough right now, because they're missing numbers, they're missing health, and Mad Lions know exactly where they are.
Keen just has to pull the trigger, needs to find the right duels, but he's going to back off instead. Very smart move from him. He knows that there's no reason to give them the man advantage, or at least reduce the advantage that they already have. Mad Lions comfortably backing off into passivity as they wait for Sprout to make their own moves. Spitty halfway into radio, or rather observation. As Keen watches double doors, Spitty's about to walk in. There's the audio.
They know. They knew from round one. From the first few seconds of the game, they knew Keen with two will be ready for it. Flashes as well. He's able to greet them with a headshot. Nice little frag. We'll try for the follow-up, but Dennis is there to greet them. Keen from behind makes it good for two. Reloads, but Favin is there. Makes two for his own. Nearly the third. TMB chimes in once more. All up to Dennis right now with 7 points of health. We'll have to rotate. Bomb under control. He's taking it to B.
No surprises there. He has the info on two players, but they can rotate very quickly. He's going to go for the fastest plant he can. Plant around the corner, and it's open enough for him to defend it from multiple angles. Playing behind the orange cubby. If he can take down TMB, then it suddenly becomes a doable affair, because that M4 is the one thing he needs to watch out for. Waro isn't as deadly as TMB at the moment because of how Dennis's HP is. Moving out because of the molly, the audio cue must be there, and Waro eventually chimes in.
Oh, that was rough. That was rough, and it was messy throughout the entry of the A site.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Barely. I mean, Mad Lions are
quite careful about this, actually. They're being cautious. They're making sure that nobody pushes in, and Spitty's actually playing around the smoke so he can catch somebody off guard if they're trying to push through. Bit of a stalemate. Smoke starts to fade. Keen, he gets caught out. A player's quite low, so Tudson can still be good for another one. Does manage to find him, and now Waro's peeking around the corner. Barely a pixel, but he does find the elbow regardless. Smoke comes out. Bomb looking to be recovered by Slacks, who might be visible around the smoke. JL, flank is perfect. Does he find the angle?
Ooh, spots out the AK. Oh, that's dreadful. That's unfortunate. Draws it back to a 2v2 now. And that's the A-site tick as well. Sprout turn it right back around in their favor. The moment when you thought Mad Lions had some good takes on that, they're going to have to chime in with more than a frag here. Mad Lions, Molly thrown out from the get-go. They need to be careful. TMB with both of them as well simultaneously. Cressy delirious about the second player's location, but that's going to be the take. 10th to be on the board right now.
TMB, man, this guy goes crazy with some of these plays. We saw him being pincered on the A
side at least. But this is their own map pick that could have potentially turned it to a 2-0, but Ernest start things off well. Maybe on a good note as well. Damage inflicted onto him, 7 HP. Could be one bullet away from TMB if he sprays down through the smoke there. But Favon, he's there and waiting. TMB pulling off some shots. Cressy down to 50, but they're crossing through. With a bullet reply, they know that the cross has come out. So they give the information to Warren to hold down the line. There it goes, spots out a little bit too preemptively. Slaps though, peeks crouched out, finds a headshot, and now Sprout with a 2-round advantage. TMB not able to do too much, and that's going to be the take for Sprout.
Dennis, he's been very successful playing outside, and he's shown us the same thing again. A player in main, a player in garage, both have been taken off the roster of Mad Lions. JL now trying to recover some of these losses, switches over to the AK, giving off audio cues as he runs away. Sprout, Deuce in battle.
Cressy though, lingering onwards, still the man down. Sprout have got a big road ahead to come back at this point, but one step at a time to make it there. Was his luck there, but the rest of that time, Sprout are trickling in towards ramp. He's able to find one as well, make that 2. Cressy doing damage towards A, and that means that the players can't really move out of it just yet. Tudson reason the enforcements, but they're all stuck on that A site. Beautiful time gained there from Cressy, and Madan is pushing up closely on control room, finds 1 kill of his own, is finding the double up as well. Things are hard, things are difficult, though Speedy chimes in for 2 and turns things in their favor. 5th round picked up, and they finish off the half with a bang.
Man, this is such a difficult game to look at. Sprout, utility on the T side, very quick approach.
Nice little headshot there from Dennis from the get-go. Put Sprout ahead here. Carrying the momentum from the previous round is exactly where they want to be. I'm not quite sure if Mad Lions will let that happen that easily. Pushing through, Flash comes out, completely flashed out. Tudson is able to find the headshot of Dennis and can keep things going. Favon on site still hiding out. Slacks helps out from main, finds 2. Chimes in like that, really puts Sprout ahead. Keen all by himself, but not for long. Favon takes him out. And Sprout with a pistol round to more errors than that. Put pressure to the CT side. Multiple players of that CT side of Sprout. Smoke will be joined. Slacks will be able to spot Waro. Does tack him down, though aggression coming into A. They need to be careful. Coming up from ladder, Waro will try and help out, but all of a sudden, Favon does find the kill. TMB chimes in. Tudson as well, but Cressy still on site, can do damage. Still taking their time to trickle in onto the vent. Speedy is there waiting. He's good for 2, and that means that Waro is all by himself. 26 HP. 1 bullet should do it, but it's Dennis with a spray down to mow him down.
Into something a little bit more salvageable, but Favon could be the last line of defense here. The AWP watching him like a hawk. He gets speak through. Keen eventually finds him, but Dennis is still alive and kicking. Keen on that M4, barely any HP. Dennis trying to find the angle. Molotov flushing him out of position. He just has to wait, and there's the frag. Sprout get it by a hair's breadth.
Yeah, and Dennis with some confidence there manages to put the AK-47 through the vents. Now that was a trick shot I'd love to see again, if possible. But no, Mad Lions do a lot of damage there, right? They only had Deagles, had Kevlar as well. But the fact that they were able to turn it back down to a 1 player on that Sprout side, keep their economy at check, keep it at bay.
Has quite a bit to bait out. Dennis has a really nice angle around the smoke. He spotted a foot. He's waiting for JL to walk into it. Doesn't even move a muscle. All he does is pull the trigger. Favon adds another one to the tally.
Pretty one-sided so far. Sprout finding one pick after the other, and Mad Lions need to make something decisive happen right now. They need the frags. They can't give away too many other kills in their opponents' favor. But Faven playing the vets perfectly, re-peeking, but now he's pinched it in. Keen finally finds that frag, but that makes the beast like that much more difficult to take. Two players holding it from two different angles, ramp and above, two different places that they could get shot from. And right now, the numbers don't really favor Mad Lions. I mean, Waro, he's going to try and seek out a kill with the AWP, looking for the angle. 20 seconds remaining, but they need to find it fast. Slide up there from Speedy. Sprays down through the smoke. Simple stuff. Keen might bring it back, though. Only finds one. Damage inflicted down to 22. Speedy, oh, falls down there. Beautiful stuff. Runs out of time, runs out of space. And it's Sprout to find the equalizer. Look at the aggression. Slack's not able to do too much. Shut down there from Keen. The aggression from Mad Lions really working out in their favor, but they're going to try and force up Faven. Oh, that hurts. 2 kills found, but they do find the trade in at the end. 3 on 3, but yet to find access to any of the sites. May consider to go for the A site. TMB gets deleted by Dennis, but now is in trouble. He's going to have to fall back, wait for reinforcements. A Chi grenade won't be finding him just yet, but the bomb does get planted.
Man, Mad Lions, they've at least gotten themselves a window of opportunity. Bomb starting to take down. If Sprout get this, that would be very demoralizing for Mad Lions. Flashbang comes out. Tudson looking to find the angle. He will pick up Dennis, and Cressy's left to his lonesome. He's even been pincered into one spot. Pushes through the fire. Tried to bait Tudson into... Ooh, TMB, man, they want to stop this comeback right here. I mean, sure, Sprout have already crept forward, but no reason to say that Mad Lions can't have a little mini comeback of their own. The scoreline already very close to what we've seen in history. Sprout trying get another 2-0. Outside control has been established. Dennis is playing from secret. Has to play a little bit passively because they're expecting pushes, considering that the CT side has lost a man, maybe trying to reclaim the advantage. And as the aggression comes in, Tutson does exactly what is required. Waro chimes in with another kill. Faven finds 2, but that can't be enough, can it?
Oh, it's going to be tough. Oh, no, not enough. But they're taking their time. TMB,
Cressy. That's a stale angle now because TMB, he's fallen for it once, not gonna fall for it again. As the old saying goes, fool me once, so on and so forth. 4v5, the CT side looking to aggress now to reclaim some of that disadvantage. Faven, he's nestled himself into the back lines, but JL will be peeking right into him. Do they expect Dennis, though? Do they expect an additional player to be there for the refrag? But this is suddenly looking very difficult for Sprout. Sure, they have a bye in the next round, but this round in itself is looking like it's a lost cause, and that's the timing. Dennis looks away at the wrong time. Speedy, another line of defense that will eventually fall. Slack's looking to huddle onto that AWP. Live to see another day, all the way in the back of CT. And I don't even think that Mad Lions really have the balls to go for this hunt at the moment. You can see that their money is in shambles because there haven't really been consecutive rounds being lost.
TMB, though.
Oh, that's minus 3,700. Let's try that again.
No, they're not going to go
Cute
for it
little
anymore.
investment.
They went for an attempt just to figure out if he was actually there.
Yeah, they priced that AWP and Kevlar combo at the hands of Slacks, and they're like, I'd give it about $4,000. You know what? Go ahead. They're like, nah, the opportunity cost is way too great at this point.
Yeah, no. Slacks. I mean, if he'll save it onto the next round, not too bad. Still
Been punished for time and time again. He's going to peek out once more. Has the flashbang at the ready. Slacks is pushing in through the smoke, jumping around with the MP9. Faven's found a kill. Slacks chimes in. Faven eventually chimes in as well. Contributions all across the board, and Mad Lions will fall. We see Mad Lions trying to go for early Vents aggression, but Dennis has spotted out a player. He's waiting for more to cross so he can get that freebie.
No way.
It's around, but Tudson gets it. 180-degree, baby.
Oh no, that is dreadful. Dennis now down in numbers. Sprout need a miracle. 5 versus 3, still doable by all means. They still have control over the sites, but Slacks knows that something may go down, finds a shot, makes things slightly more doable this time. 4v3, Incinerate to be thrown as well. May look to re-peek a different angle. Flash. It's going to be the A site. Faven He needs to come up huge, all by himself. No reinforcements. Finds one. Will he find the second? He finds it! Down to JL. Will he find his teammate? Because right now, Heaven Control is under Sprout's... Pretty much Sprout's standing.
Oh no, it's a flank. They have to find two different duels. JL gets the spray down and even gets the second. Mad Lions turn things around. I want to see if they can close it out on map number 3 as well. Favin finds the opening frag. He's still getting aggressive, and he's even good for a second.
Nice
Third
shots.
seems
Make
to be
that
the
third.
case, but man, just stops short of 4. TMB and Saucel still alive. But man, they've given up so much space to the CT side. Favin single-handedly rushing up mid, has found 3 heads with the barrel of his USP. And that's information being relayed once more. TMB peeks out wide, tries to do a little bit more damage on his way to the B-bomb site, and their position has been telegraphed at this point.
Yeah, it has. At this point, they will get the rotation right. You can see Cressy already on the site trying to hold it down, but does have to draw an incendiary to deter the aggression. But Saucel already on site, chiming in for the first time this map. For the first time these 2 maps. He was quite literally absent on Nuke. But now he's in, chiming in for his first kill. Right now, a 2-on-2. Sprout need to come back.
Yes, Sprout started things off amazingly with Favin finding 3. It has to be a little frustrating if Speedy doesn't get it. TMB playing the close corner. Incredibly difficult to find it, but Speedy does it regardless. Saucel quite low on HP. There's a kit in Speedy's hands as well, but no armor. The aim punch is the name of the game. He does eventually lose grip on his crosshair and Saucel, but because he has an AK-47, it'll be incredibly hard to contribute in the same way that we saw Slacks doing it when he had an AWP.
But they may look to push finally on that 50-second mark. Smoke coming through, and they will trickle in. Cressy spots them out. Spray down. Does find Tutson in the end, but doesn't find the trade through on the second. HG can to be thrown. Dennis barely surviving through that shot. Keen. Second time's the charm. But Cressy holding down the angle, tapping heads, looking around an A-long, trying to find the spray down. Is true for one, but TMB is able to chime right back up. Scout shot connects down to 16 himself. But can he find any more shots? 28 seconds. And it's not looking good for Mad Lions.
I mean, surely they're one shot away for each player, but TMB, man, he has to deal with the verticality of the situation. He's unable to find the frag. Eventually does catch Speedy, but with only 15 seconds on the clock, he needs to start running, and he needs to run fast. All that Favin has to do is stay alive, and TMB is in hot pursuit. He knows that there's simply not enough time. He's trying to find him around the boxes, but to no avail. Mad Lions end up losing out the round to the timer. Flashbang comes out. JL playing that default, crossing over to a blue bin. Instead, he's going to go for the aim duel instead. Saucel manages to capitalize. Cressy and Dennis come out with the advantage. Slacks playing from car, misses some very crucial shots. Was in a pivotal position to change the round, turn it around. But now he's put Sprout in a disadvantageous spot. Does Favin take the duel without his buddies here? The smoke. Not exactly ideal. They can play around it.
He can. He's going into it as well. Could catch them off guard if it comes to it, but look at it. Favin?
They have the audio.
Balls out. Walking as well. Not doing too much noise. 1 minute remaining. Mad Lions can still take it around. Go for the full-on rotation, but they're going to stick at location. Waiting for the smoke to fade. And it has. Still, they'll want to line up the util, line up the cross, and facilitate their push. But Favin may go for a peekaroo, finds the kill, does get traded out, and it's all up to Speedy in the 1v2. Not sure if that's what they wanted, but he's good for one. Bomb dropped them there. Now they're under pressure. Scoped in. They go aggressive. Tutson with a peek. Caught out. No luck there. Favin gets that one win. English, please. TMB, though, with 12 HP, likely to go down. Slacks is the one to pull the trigger on that. They may only have one AWP, but they make it work in contrast with Mad Lions. And 2 players already down for them. Their attack is looking a lot weaker.
Sprout, they've suddenly changed the pace around. Mad Lions are instead playing from the back foot. AWP recovered by Keen. He flashes himself in to try to regain some of the advantage. Or at least recuperate the lost numbers. Minute left on the clock, and Mad Lions, the pressure is on them. The ball is in their court because Sprout, they've already dunked. Kane looking for further information, but because Sprout are so comfortable playing this passively, they have no hurries on getting getting onto mid or finding another frag. 5v3 looking ideal.
It is indeed a little bit of a lineup here. Favon may be able to chime in as well as Speedy has his sights on B. Dennis though. Oh,
what?
No way. Keen, that was dirty. Doesn't quite survive through the kill on Favon, but Slax holds down the A site and Mad Lions won't have any more access. That was mad, but not mad enough to give Mad Lions the win.
Oh yeah.
But JL in a 1v4. I mean, he's looking for damage. 15 seconds remaining isn't a plausible scenario for him, and will get shut down in the end. The triple up setup a little bit.
See, I want to see if they can make it work.
Absolutely.
Or rather, Mad Lions. My bad.
Both of them actually aren't that
Yeah,
bad.
honestly, like we saw Nuke. They're both incredible on either side, but Dust too. I want to see if the scales are tipped in the same way.
These are the questions so far. JL able to find one frag. Will try for the second. Peeks out, but takes it down by the molly. But TMB pushing up aggressively up through the smoke. They are lurking in, but Sauceall already on the back lines, doing damage, causing chaos. Commotion going on. TMB, Cressy tries to join in as Tudson also wants to be a menace, but it's all up to TMB right now. Previously holding down Carb, rotates back to mid. Might be able to catch a few rotations as they themselves want to cross towards Catwalk. Bomb does make its way through, and that's just keep Slacks on the back line here. We'll try and stick around. TMB has no idea if he's crossed because he took his eyes off it.
Now he has two different angles to worry about. Coming onto the A bomb site, spots out one player, and this is where Slacks should really put the pedal to the metal. He can't isolate Cressy like that, but it doesn't matter. Cressy, he gets the job. And Sprout, they've gotten the early advantage. Keen trying to peep over the smoke. No information is granted. Favon is slowly creeping up Catwalk, and Keen will eventually decide to back off. Does he peek into Favon and find the duel, though? That's the big question. This one duel could be the equalizer or a very heavy advantage, and that's what it's going to be. A ladder. Fossil has been overwhelmed. Favon eventually is able to pick up the kill. 4v2. JL and TMB once again find themselves reminiscing about that previous round, looking for the save.
Looking for the save indeed. Two players left on the Mad Lions side. And it's just going to be these two rifles. Sprout can go for it. They can afford to, but it's not comfortable in that regard. Obviously, they know that there is no chance that Mad Lions are going to go for it. They're only going to dedicate one player, maybe two, towards B. But the fact that Cressy is all by himself won't really go for this single-handedly. They want to make sure they win these trades out and it doesn't go against them. Because if Mad Lions lose both these rifles, they lose everything that they have. Next round is not going to look great for them. The only person on their side that has money that can afford a buy is Tudson. If Mad Lions choose to push through, they'll be in a world of a treat. Could get themselves on the back line. And we're already seeing that from the likes of Keen. That incendiary single-handedly lured them off from the push here. So the fact that they haven't dedicated anyone towards the sidelines, they need someone to have an eye on their backs. But it looks like they're trying to go for a mid-push here.
Yeah, we haven't seen this do much from Sprout. Sure, mid-aggression, that's something we've seen, but Mad Lions is generally the one that has been taking mid-control. Sprout now comes up with a plan of their own. Sauceall, he's going to just spot them out so he can immediately deploy that smoke. There isn't an additional player on the B site ready and waiting, and now they're playing the close angles, trying to delay the push as much as they can. Reinforcements start to come in, but the terrorists are trickling in faster. Tudson burning to a crisp. Sauceall all to his lonesome. He's flashed out of his mind. He's eventually taken down, and Slacks is sticking around for the leftovers. TMB left all alone. 1v4, and Mad Lions will fall once again.
Yes, that they will.
Incredibly devastating over towards mid, but man, he's missed so much info. They're gonna walk right into TMB's M4A1S crosshair. He's picked up two, and this is what Mad Lions have been thriving on. Time and time again, these individual skills will come out to play. Tudson mollied out, but he's not dead. He swings out, he gets the kill, and he's looking for more. This Mad Lion is hungry, but he's flashed out. Eventually, let's get tagged up, but reinforcements should be coming anytime soon. Minute and 20. Yeah, there's only two players alive for the T side.
The rotation's coming in from Mad Lions as well. They're going to pincer them in. There's nowhere that they can go except for push forwards. But wherever they go, they need to push on fighting. JL, I mean, he's got the lineup here. He's all by himself, by all means. If Mad Lions find the pick, they're out. HG gonna throw. They know that there's something going on behind them, and that's what they're really wary of. They need to have an extra eye on out, and that's just the difference maker at this point. Extra pressure. And Mad Lions don't need to push at all. They can just stay there. They know they haven't fallen back. They know they haven't gone forwards. And that's what they go for. A little bit of a peekaroo. All three players at the same time, simultaneously peeking. For another HG to do damage. Does quite a fair bit. Dudson is the first to chime in. Finds two, finds three. The clean-up crew is here now for Keen, but he's only good for one in the end. Slacks with two. With a scout at hand. Can't really find three players. It's the fact that a lot of damage to get on this site. TMB now on site needs to be the difference maker. 15 seconds running out. Dennis with the first one. TMB on site finding one. Speedy with the return frag. 10 seconds. Keen now on site. Does try to go for the bomb defuse, but Favon does get it. He doesn't interrupt this. Sprout only need one more kill to close out this map, to close out this series. That is insane. JL right now finds one. Two more required. Bomb ticking.